doesn't last long. You've got to go through the struggle.
Yeah.
You're gonna find some tough times, but at the end of it, you're just gonna taste something so sweet.
Yeah, totally agree with that.
So I hear you, Nate, man. I hear everything that you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that some people didn't even talk you down from the 2PP. It's like, oh, why are you doing that? Like, that's just wrong. Is that really gonna hold up? Like, you know, there's bare agencies out there. There's bare designers, like, you know.
Yeah, and that was the talk when I first started. It came from friends and even family. I'll be really honest. It came from friends and family, and that hurt a lot. But I was like, there's no other way to it. It's either this or no life at all. So I can't do that. And I said this on my live with Lauren. I said, I can't look my child in the eyes and say, chase your dreams, when I've never chased them myself. So
yeah,
it's true.
I sat with each to their own, but that was me. And that's why I left my job. I was like, I can't do that. I have to try. If I fail, I fail. If I win, I win. There we go. I want to.
You know what? The thing is, and the main thing is that you've taken a risk and you've tried it. So at no point, whether it wins or fails, at no point will you be having any regrets and looking back, oh, I should have done this. I should have done it. I should have started this. Like, yeah. I know, because there's some things that I wish I did while I was back at uni or back at college, you know, that I wish I'd done. But like, just like you, I'd listened to people. I'd had family members telling me, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, go and get a job. Everybody else, go and look at your mates, blah, 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 blah. You know? But if I had stuck to that, who knows what could have been happened. But we still got to be thankful anyway.
Yeah, 100%.
And the thing is as well, like, you've got to remember that like the judgment or the opinion comes from the context and experience of the person that's judging or giving the opinion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, they might think that actually going to college or university is the way to go because that's what works for them, or actually they never did it. So it's coming from their own place of either insecurity or experience. And that you can't cast it on other people because that's your experience, right?
And I think I'll touch on what you just said. Lauren, you just said you can't cast that on other people. You have a great idea. You may not know how to do it, but you may have a great idea. But the person that speaks to you and everything, they have fears. They can cast it onto you, and you can receive those fears.
Yeah.
You can receive those fears, and what you didn't fear before, when you think, oh my gosh, I want to do this. Oh, this looks good, and everything. You've spoken to one person, and he's casted all these fears, and now that fears become your fears. Because anytime you think of that, all you're hearing in your head is exactly what that person said.
Exactly. And you just got to remember that comes from their own place. That doesn't come from your place or your experience or your vision or where you want to get to.
Actually. And we have to remember that we are all unique. What one person goes through, doesn't mean that you're going to go through it. What one person's relationship has doesn't mean you're going to experience that same relationship.
Yeah.
Like that one, like, people need to understand that. It's something that I learned. It's something that I learned. A lot of people were telling me before I started with my missus, a lot of people were telling me, oh, you don't do this, man. That's cheesy. That's this, that's that. But when I started with her, I was just kind of like, you know what? I am just going to be Mike. I'm just going to be Mike.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask this guy, I'm going to ask this girl out. And I'm going to write a 4-page letter. Just like Aaliyah sang. And that's what I did. Now, I could have told my boys, yo, guys, what do you think? I'm going to write a 4-page. What? Bro.
Yeah, they would have told you no.
Yeah. What is that?
Here's the question, Mike. I want to go there, right? Why did you not ask for the opinion?
Because I've asked for opinions before. And then, you know, obviously this is like, bro, what are you doing? Just go up and go, yo, I want to be. Like, I didn't want any of that. I didn't want any of that. I just wanted to be
what you wanted.
Yeah, no, because I have all these ideas coming to my head. These ideas coming, no matter how cheesy. Look, I'm old school. I'm born in the 80s and everything, and I've watched all like Best Men and all this thing. I've listened to all these R&B songs and everything, which has taught you how to chat to girls and all that type of stuff. Like that's where I got my vibe from. That's where I get all the romanticism and stuff. When I look at my wife and everything like that, you know, I think about all these songs in my head, like, you know, all those old school songs from the 90s, from the early 2000s and everything like that. That's me. So when it came to like, how am I gonna ask her out? How am I gonna say that, look, I want us to be together and everything? Cool. I'm gonna write a 4-page letter, and I'm not gonna say, will you be my girlfriend or anything like that. I'm just gonna put a box, yes or no. That's what I did. That's exactly what I did.
Oh yeah!
That's exactly what I did.
Talking about the box, I remember.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. And you know what? She loved it.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, right? If you put this into context of everything in life, whether it's business, relationships,
Yeah,
when you're really confident in where you want to go and it feels so good, you don't
Yeah.
need the opinions, because actually the reason we search for opinions in the first place is probably coming from an insecurity anyway, right?
exactly. Or just a case of, wait,
Or
am I doing it?
reassurance.
Yeah, a reassurance. Am I doing this right?
Yeah.
Is
If
this
it
the right
feels
way to
good,
go?
then do it anyway.
Yeah, is this the way? But that's the thing. Like, and ever since I did that, I think the confidence came with the relationship from that. It's just kind of like, I don't need to compare. I don't need to wish that my relationship is like Beyonce and Jay-Z's or Stormzy's and Maya Jama. I don't need that. I just need to follow our path, and it'll be great. And it's been great ever since. And that's the same thing that I'm trying to do with business and all my others. I don't need to, let me just put whatever's in my head down on paper. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, then I've learned something. It's a risk, you know?
Love this. Amazing.
So,
I actually wrote down today, there is no right or wrong, there's only a point of view.
ooh.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. No. Lauren just dropping bars. Lauren just, what was that?
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong. There's just a point of view. Oh my gosh. There's no right.
There you go.
Gaffer.
Oh. You see, that's why she's coach.
I know.
Yeah.
It was a note that I wrote down today. It came into my brain.
Yo, imagine putting that on a story. You know, if you design it on Instagram and just like, there's no right or wrong. There's just a point of view. LDV underneath it.
Done. You can make that. You can animate that for me.
She'd be like one of the philosophers. You know when you have a quote from Shakespeare and everything, like, it's got Shakespeare's name underneath. Yeah, LDV. Simple as.
All right.
Hashtag that.
There you go, Mike.
That is dope.
Make it happen. So, how do you guys stay fresh with ideas as creatives, mentors, or coaching?
Okay.
Everyone's on silent.
That was very quiet.
No. You have to think. You have to think about these. You have to think about these things. Okay. So how do I stay? I mean, one of the things that I do is that I'm always doing tutorials, and I'm always looking at my mentors, my design mentors, what they're doing. Obviously, these are not people that I'm actually interactive with, but there's people I look up to design wise. You know, and as well as that, I check up on other stuff that are out there, things that I like, things that I find inspirational, things that I think that I can try myself, you know. But the main thing is just kind of like I said during the lockdown, always trying to you know, up your skill, do something. I think the main thing that I need to do is just trying to do something else. Try new things. That's the one thing that I need to do. Try new things, because that can open up your mind and think of other things that you've never done before. Because I found that when I've taken new approaches, when I've tried to do, like, for example, with this house, you know, I've done a lot more DIY than I've ever done before, and I've loved it. I didn't know I can love something so much. Like, but even when I put up the tree today, my wife was just like, "Oh my gosh, Michael, thank you so much." And the way I felt when, you know, she was like thanking me, I was thinking, "What, Mike? You are the guy, yeah? Is that you? Making your wife happy and whatnot and stuff. Oi, you got to continue this." But, you know, and this is like, in the 10 years that I've been in this house, I have never done as much DIY that I've done now. Putting up the bench, putting up the chest of drawers, you know, doing little things in the house. Every time she's just like, Michael, thank you for putting this up. Michael, thank you for helping me with this. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing that. And I'm just like, wow. And that's made me like confident in doing other new stuff. I'm more excited doing, hey, Mike, do you want to try this? Let me try it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, let me give it some time and maybe I'll get better in time. Like before, I used to compare myself to people. That has always been my problem. That has always been my problem. Am I as good as this person? If I'm not as good, I don't want to do it anymore. Or I can't do it, shall I say? Because it won't be as good. People won't like it. That was the problem. That was the problem before. So now I just try to do new things. I try to do it, and the main thing is just to take out that mentality that don't worry if it's not as good as our person, because the goodness doesn't come straight away. The goodness doesn't come straight away, and people that are like that are probably because someone has expected them. Oh, if I tell you to do this, you've got to do it perfectly first time. First time. That's a bad thing to set for someone. There are some people that can do it first time just like that. Cool. They've got the talent. It works for them. And there's some people who it takes time for them to get to that point. So my problem was that. But now I'm just like, you know what? Just do it. If it's not, let me continue doing it, and then I may get good at it and stuff. So that's how I keep up with my creativity and stuff.
Cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Duke, can you just repeat the question?
It happens.
So, how do you stay fresh with ideas as a creative mentor or coach?
This has actually been more challenging since lockdown, because I used to get my inspiration a lot from going out and about. So I used to love coming to Westfield in London, and I used to just walk the shops and look at everything beyond the product that they were selling, because that's where my inspiration was really coming from. Understanding, I'm really fascinated by why people do what they do and why brands do what they do. And that's kind of why I probably do what I do now. But I never look within my industry, ever. I'm just don't. And I always look outside. So, I got taught this from my previous job, where we worked for a paint company, and we went to New York, and we went to all these shops along like the high streets, and none of them were paint based. And I was like, this is crazy. Like, we're out here, surely, we should be doing some research or something. And we went to this lipstick shop, and it was a tiny, tiny little shop off like the side somewhere. And it was all about how they made this lipstick. It was custom made. It was there right in front of your eyes. You could choose the color and mix the color as you wanted it there and then in front of you. You could add the flavor or scent that you wanted. They then froze it in the mold there and then cased it, packaged it, and you had it. Like, it was phenomenal, and I'd never seen anything like it. So that then inspired a whole process of where we then took paint. Rather than looking at our competitors and do what they were doing, we were coming up with something completely new. So that's been my key lesson in learning, that you get your inspiration from anywhere. And I don't know if I said this on the last one, but one of the girls that you'll know as well, who does cakes down in Portsmouth, she takes all of her inspiration now, rather than looking at competitors, which is where all of the attention was going. And subconsciously, your brain will start to copy that, like you'll mimic the behavior. Now she's looking at architects and designers. Like, that to me is a whole different level.
Oh, that's just made me think now.
Yeah, that's the LDV there. I'm not gonna lie, that's LDV.
I remember we had that meeting. I think it was me and Lauren talking before, and
Do it, go on, bro.
Lauren might not even remember this, because she says so many ideas.
He remembers.
I remember when she compared about the Pizza Hut.
Nah, you're wrong.
Oh,
Domino's, man.
There we go, my guy.
Sorry. Domino's. Sorry. Domino's. Yeah.